Hello and welcome to Stade Boreal. I'm Daniela Ponticelli. Just a note, there is a weather delay in place right now due to a thunderstorm in the area, so kickoff for this NSL match between the Montreal Roses and Calgary Wild has been pushed back, looking at approximately a 2:40 p.m. Eastern kickoff. We'll certainly update as we go, but while we wait, here's an extended look at the highlights from last week's match between Vancouver and Ottawa.
The starting lineup. Well, actually, there is just one today. Top left-hand side of your screen there, an introduction for young Algerian international Anais Oularbi, who comes in as that left-wing potency alongside Abdou. 4 out of 5 wins for the Rapid, and there are 2 changes to the lineup. A welcome return in that number 10 position for number 14, the experienced leadership of Mina Lee, backed by an injury, and the other changes. And the Vancouver Eyes, all in black, will get us underway, and we'll attack the goal to your left in this first half against the white shirts and blue shorts of the Ottawa Rapid. Rise make their way forward. Di Filippo might get a second chance here. Swing and a miss with the first one still going, and in the end, that'll be Liv Scott. It's out of play. It will be the first corner.
You know, muscle players off the ball in the last few matches especially. She's just a truck through there. Very difficult to mark. She's going to leave one on you too.
Back in November 2025. So we've spoken to her about the fact that there is always something of a target on your back, and just over the end, a thump of the turf. And couldn't keep it down. Might have done better, Craig.
Yeah, it was a really good chance. Just couldn't keep it down over the bar. She just tried to get her toe on this, and when you're reaching for it, sometimes you're going to get underneath it.
For the Vancouver Rise striker, Mr. Filippo has 2 goals already this season.
Over 20-year span, moving into coaching. The Danes sure produce players and coaches.
Given away by Yeka Chu across the field behind Pridham. Mel Forbes will give chase because she was a little careless.
Yeah, this is what you see sometimes from Vancouver. It could be a little bit sloppy when they're trying to play out of the back. You have to be very careful with that, especially against the quality that...
Now, Latifa Abdou, first chance to run and go. Abdou, has she overrun it? Dagenais had to be brave. Dived with her feet and made sure she got the ball.
She's got some pace. She can get around players, and she got a terrific shot on her too. So best thing is to do, show her outside. Heavy.
Vancouver again with Filippo. Off there trying to defend. Filippo couldn't try and get there. Swing and a miss. Forbes couldn't quite get there. Mina Lee. Jung looking for the ball forward, and a possibility. In the end, it's wide of the far post, but action at both ends of the field.
Yeah, Pridham seems to get, she does get isolated up top and does need that support, but when
chip over the top from Cowan. Appeals for offside, nothing given. Then the shot comes in, it's only a couple of feet wide. Abdou made a move to get there.
Wasn't an awful lot of power in the shot, but it didn't need to be. It looked pretty well directed, heading to the corner. The goalkeeper happy to see what that.
Adamek goes to the near touchline, forward. Good turn and a good challenge, or was it? No, it's unfair from Yakaron Pridham. Senior squad. Di Filippo. Oh, Di Filippo should score here. Oh, tried to chip Dagenais. And Dagenais, I believe, is probably the tallest goalkeeper in the league.
You have to expect that Di Filippo in a situation like this, she's expecting Dagenais to make a play, to commit herself, and looking to just take it over top of her. But she's
a tireless worker down that right-hand flank. Orthodox right back, but does like to get forward as well. What a great engine, Adamek. Here's Pante for the home team. Quinn. Pante, as Vancouver look for that opening goal. It won't quite come. Cool under pressure. Harris over there to take this corner. It'll be a left-footed in-swinger again. Towards the penalty spot. They're trying to Quinn, helping it on, and Abdou on the volley. Couldn't keep it down and belts it over the top. Disappointed there.
Yeah, obviously the target player has to be Di Filippo because she's so strong in the air. She does get her head on it. Comes to Quinn, puts it into the dangerous area.
Travis Chu, trying to make sure that I'm right.
Yeah, we hope. I mean, we like to see goals, of course.
Of course we do.
We see some pretty good 0-0 matches, but
Now oh, goodness me. What a fine strike that is. The opening goal. And Mina Lee, back in the team after injury, took a glance up. They allowed her the time to take the shot on, and the Korean breaks the deadlock right on cue.
this is what happens when you miss chances down the other end. You're going to give up some opportunities, but this is a really nice strike. Outside the box, strikes it really, really well, hits it just inside the post. Wolf has to go at it, but the height, the power on it was enough to get it by her into the back of the net. 1-0 for Ottawa. You could say against the run of play somewhat.
Which, to be fair, they did last time out in Montreal, so not an unfamiliar situation for the Rise. Looking to get back on terms. De Filippo took it in stride, but stroked it a couple of feet wide. She'll be disappointed. She saw the goal.
Yeah, good build-up play by Vancouver here. Very well done. Lays a pass in, great weight on it. Good pick of a pass. Picks out De Filippo again.
Sort of back where we were in the first 20 minutes with Vancouver. Attacking aggressively. Can they find the equaliser? Free header for De Filippo at the far post.
Of the match for De Filippo so far, and Vancouver. Not a bad opportunity. Just a little bit of.
For the experienced Quinn. Now Reyes has a little room to roam, and Abdu straight into the midriff of Dagenet. But again, another clear side of goal, another clear chance for Vancouver. Not the most convincing header. Harris. On they go again. De Filippo, yes, finally. It had to happen sooner or later. And her patience and her tenacity is rewarded. Now she can smile. Just De Filippo, 2 minutes before half time. Vancouver level. It's 1-1 at Swangard.
One thing you have to love about De Filippo's play is that she'll just keep driving, keep playing, keep trying for her team. Never seen a player try any harder and never gives up. Does a great job getting the ball, gets a little bit fortunate with the ball coming back, left foot, makes no mistake, puts that one right in the top corner.
Just a little bit too much on it. And runs safely through to Dagenet. Mario Arias blows his half-time whistle. To warm applause, Mina Lee on her return from injury. Terrific strike to give Ottawa Rapids the lead with her first goal of the season
In the second half.
Ottawa Rapid in the white jerseys, predominantly white jerseys and blue shorts, get us underway. Attacking the goal to your left in this second half. Against the champions, all in black, the Vancouver Rise. Reyes looking for the square ball. Now maybe the counter-attack is on. We always talk about Pridham. She's been largely peripheral so far, but here she comes, right on cue. DB Pridham within 5 minutes of the restart. The smile tells it all. She doesn't need an invitation to shoot. She's the most clinical striker in the Northern Super League. And Ottawa are back in front in Burnaby by 2-1.
Talk about clinical. The 2 chances really that they've had. This is really brilliant. I mean, from Ottawa's point of view, the substitutes have had immediate effect. Freeland's running with the ball. The terrific run from Freeland here does a brilliant job getting that space, but the pass was perfect. Laid on. Terrific finish. And an uncharacteristic giveaway by Reyes in the other zone, and they break away with the fresh legs with a brilliant run, brilliant pass, and just to match that with a terrific finish. No chance for the goalkeeper. Caesar come out. It made a difference very, very quickly, and they are absolutely clinical when their chances have come. 2 for 2.
2 for 2, exactly. Mellenhorst ends up on the deck, and now De Filippo, I think, is going to get a yellow card. Still Pridham waiting for some support. And now Mellenhorst into the area. Can they pull this back? In the end, chance came quickly. The shot was... The ball is just not collected on the first attempt, but the second, that's a fine save. Whistle's gone by Jessica Wolf. Wolf was just equal to it.
Yeah, Ottawa again with another good opportunity. A poor clearance by Vancouver. They get on top, but they certainly are on the front foot, Ottawa.
But I've got a feeling it wouldn't have counted. Meanwhile, at the other end, here is Perrault on as a substitute. Thinking about it. Jamie Perrault looking for the square pass. Now there are possibilities. And the opportunity fell to Lopez.
Not a bad opportunity either. Really gets played into place here. Now picks up a pass. Waiting for it. Good patience from Vancouver. And a good block. Good defense.
Mina turning. There's Chu. And now Belzile for Ottawa. Into the area, Belzile. Tumouth.
Looks like taking a bit of a knock or twisted ankle maybe on the block as well.
So Ottawa with an opportunity here from the set piece. It's towards the back post. It's behind for a goal kick. Liv Scott trying to get up there. As far as the champions are concerned, here comes the dangerous looking Perrault. Perrault watched all the way. That's a useful ball into the middle. And Lopez couldn't quite get on it. Couldn't make it hers. Now then, Perrault has made it hers. Is she going to take the shot on? Trying to find Abdou. It was just
it was a careless on the ball. Perrault just jumps all over this. Very slow to react, Ottawa. And now it's just about...
When it takes place, Mina Lee might be the player. Come off, Belzile. Should have taken the shot herself. Adamek blasted it. Big ricochet. Scott trying to keep it going for Ottawa, as well as making a telling impact on the remainder of the game. And we could be in again here. And guess who? Oh, it's a red card. It's a red card for the substitute.
I got to admit, initially I didn't see that there was enough there for a yellow card. She blows by her, but you do see a little bit of a tug on Freedom for sure. The referee certainly spots it as he's running in. There's a bit of a tug by both sides, but that is definitely enough where the referee...
Golden opportunity for the Ottawa Rapid. And for DB Pridham, had a penalty saved in her last match against Halifax. Pridham, not this time. Side foots it into the corner. No chance for Wolf in the back of the net. And Pridham has 2, and Ottawa has 3.
Absolute disaster, of course. You're now down a player, and you've conceded another goal. You're 2 goals behind now, 3-1. Really tidy penalty. Nicely done. Calm, cool after missing last time. You would never know it, would you? Just an absolute quality player that you would expect to tuck it away.
But with Mina Lee being fit again, Sadie may have to content herself with a place on the bench. Who can hit him as well. Not this time. Perrault up against Chu. Perrault. Oh, Perrault, the opening is there. Side netting. And from 5 or 6 yards out, Perrault really needed to hit the target.
From Ottawa's point of view, you can see the legs are starting to get heavy and the defending is starting to drop off. Getting tired, she just drops off here a little bit and she's isolated. She's a split-second opening if she can just take it to the wide position, and does so, but the strike...
Abdou, we know she can make a difference. Is there time for her to do that? Belzile, touch inside, still Belzile goes for goal and brings a really smart save out of Wolf. Low to her right-hand side.
Well, watching them in the last few weeks, I would say no. I think they've got every chance to get something into this game. There's going to be some chances in the last 5-10 minutes of play.
Looking for the shot. Adamek and then Quinn. Shots raining in from everywhere. Looking for one key pass. Finds Perrault. Perrault across the face of goal. Abdou trying to get there. Abdou! off the face of Harris and away again. With purpose, options left and right. Here's Wilkinson. Wilkinson took a deflection. I think it's a corner.
Well, for Vancouver, the legs are getting tired, and Ottawa is playing some football that they're pretty...
Play to the whistle, as they say. One horse ran out of room. Quinn, little chip forward, looking for Abdu, looking to turn. She may get another chance here, Wilkinson. Again, looking for the square ball. It falls for Mellenhorst. Mellenhorst, drop of the shoulder inside one. Friedland, and Friedland is always rising. Watch some seconds disappear off the clock. It's finally out of play. Referee has seen enough. Mario Alias blows his final whistle. All smiles for Katrina Peterson and the Ottawa Rapid. Embrace for...
All we gotta do is win. So if they sleep on you, tuck them in. Meet me at the top. If you fight, I'll drop my pen. So many stars in the making, things you sing. Eyes on the prize, I say passionate. I got the sauce like Diana, vision like medicine. They say patience is a virtue, so I went around the world and back again. Now NSL be on the map, no more imagining, it's happening.
They weathered a storm delay. Now the teams are all set for this third meeting of the season between the Montreal Roses and Calgary Wild. First time, though, this year in Laval. The Wild are winless as they head into this closing match for Week 9. Only one draw on the season, and that came against the Roses. This was back at McMahon Stadium. Week 4, Maya Jones down by 1 goal, able to shed off defender Lucy Capadona, turn and strike. Then, down 2-1 late in the game. We're in stoppage time here, and in the first minute of that time, in comes Maya Jones for a brace. Now, that was actually the last time Calgary scored. 3 matches since then. They have not been able to find the score sheet. Maggie Doherty-Howard knows that needs to change. In fact, it was on this field in Laval back in September that Calgary earned their last road win. She had the game winner to get things going. They'd love to spark their offense that way today. Here's a look at the starting 11. Not too many changes. Of course, a big welcome back for Maggie Doherty-Howard as she plays her 5th match of the season and her 4th start. Caitlin Talbert will be the goalkeeper, her 5th start of the season. She had 6 saves in that 2-2 draw against Montreal. With more on what it means to be on the road and, of course, pushing for a win, we caught up with Maggie Doherty-Howard earlier. Maggie, Coach Sinead McSherry said that the team had a great practice yesterday. There was good energy. What is the focus now in this third meeting against Montreal, but your first time on the road against the Roses?
Yeah, I think we understand where we're at this point of the season, and we really do need to start getting results. So for me and for the group, I think our focus is just giving that little bit of extra. I think you've seen glimpses of us being really hungry and having a lot of passion, but at times I think we've been our own worst enemy in terms of maybe getting discouraged when things aren't going our way. So I think if for 90 minutes we can put together a performance where we're getting after it and putting them under pressure, we'll be able to get a good result.
Yeah, and just more to that, you've had the total shots. You've had shots on target in these last few games, just without the results, without the finish in terms of the goal scoring. So is that really key today, the offense and just making sure that you're creating?
Of course. I mean, we need to score goals to win, but I don't think, we can put the results on one position or one area alone. We have to also prevent the ball from going in the back of the net. So in order for us to get a win today, it's going to really be a full team performance, but I think we've been moving in the right direction these last couple of games. So today, hopefully we can put it all together.
Well, thanks so much and all the best today.
Thank you.
Well, Calgary will have to try to contain this Montreal team who are never quite out of it. This was in Toronto last week. AFC Toronto's Lauren Rowe comes in, scores the first goal. It's 1-0. Beautiful goal at that. However, don't count him out. We're talking about late in the match. That's Lisa Paczurski. She's the NSL assist leader, coming in and getting her second goal of the season. Of course, she was with Vancouver last season. Now she is out of the lineup today, and you'll have to see some work in the midfield here by Chloe Minas, a player who's driven, who has started in every single match so far, hails from Montreal, and she's looking to get this team back in the win column. They dropped their last one, or rather drew their last one in Toronto, but lost their last home match to Vancouver. So here we go, looking to kick off this 4-game homestand with a bit more success. We see Bennett, Badu, Munyard coming in. Now another note, Tanya Wojciak is also out of the lineup today. Anna Karpenko, of course, has been the starter through all now 8 matches for this side. With more on how they look to handle the Wild today, here's Chloe Minas from earlier. Well, Chloe, you're back home now, beginning of 4 games as well in Laval. That's got to feel good. But most importantly, what adjustments are you looking at making today, especially against Calgary?
Yeah, so this week we've been focusing on living in the upper half and actually staying there and creating. So at the end of the day, when we score more goals than the opponent, we win. So we're focusing on creating more chances and converting them. So that is the objective.
Well, your last meeting against the Wild ended up in a 2-2 draw. So more importantly, this is a team prides itself on its defense. How do you look to help that in the midfield?
Yeah, so I think Calgary is a great team and poses us some challenges. So in the midfield, it's all about staying calm and steady and controlling the tempo, which I think we do really well. So as long as we focus on that and work together as a team, I think we're golden.
And on a special note, it is Father's Day, and I believe your dad will be in the stands. But just do you have some words to share on this day for him?
Yes, so happy Father's Day to all the dads, specifically my father too. So shout out to you, Dad, and all the dads out there. I think we wouldn't be here without the greatest dads ever. So a lot of us are playing for our dads today. So I love you, Dad. Shout out to him, and yeah, hope you have a great day. And I'm grateful that you're here and going to be witnessing a great game today.
Thank you so much. All the best today.
Thank you very much.
Well, here is where we are in the NSL standings. This is the third and final match of Week 9. There has been no change in the table because both of the earlier matches, there was one Thursday and then one earlier today, ended in 1-1 draws. And so the first one, Halifax and Vancouver, it kept them still just a point apart there in on the table, rather. And of course, the top 4 teams, if that's where they finish at the end of the regular season, head to the postseason. But there we see Calgary all the way at the bottom, and they have to really start digging deep, getting those 3-point wins, because a win is worth 3 points in the NSL. All right, we have heard that the weather delay is actually continuing at this time. Approximate start now back to 2:40 p.m. That's Eastern time. So stay with us. We're just going to take a look back at Calgary's last match. It was on the road in Halifax against a Tides team that is really turning the tide this season.
Here's the starting 11 for the Calgary Wild, brought to you by DoorDash. They're starting to crawl out of that injury hole. We're seeing that today at the back. Veteran Michaela Moore gets her first start of the season. In the midfield, Maya Jones gets her second start. Here's the starting 11 for the Tides, brought to you by DoorDash. In terms of things to look out for here at the back, Annika Leslie subs in for the injured Naya Cardoza. And in the midfield, Julia Benatti, we just talked about her, gets her third start after scoring that banger of a goal, that beauty goal.
And Calgary will kick off in their primary purple, moving from left to right on your screen. That's the Tides in their teal, going from right to left on your screen. Back to Benatti, driven in. Oh, and headed away. But a shot on goal just wide.
Tides are attacking this year.
Benatti on the ball. In and Talbert had to deal with that. Got an awkward punch on it. And we'll see a corner kick here for the Halifax Tide. Has time to find Johnson. Collie Johnson It's the cross in. It's going to be a dangerous one. Cheyenne Allen got a foot on it, and Foster Inman
is able to whip this cross in. She's able to wrap her foot around it, pull it away from Foster Inman.
Short corner this time. Benatti. Driven in over top. It's another beauty from Benatti. Benatti strikes for a second straight game. A beauty on the ball, and the Halifax Tides have a 1-0 lead over the Wild.
We talked about it in the pregame with Benatti here on the dead balls, on the service for corners as well. Whips this in, just changes the angle ever so slightly, forces Talbert to adjust her feet.
Cutting back to that left foot, looking for the shot. Scooped up by Cho. Across the front of goal. Miller tries to curl it in. Far post and just off the mark.
Best player through the beginning of the second season, but you wonder if she didn't just have a...
Don't want to slow down. Here's Jorian Baucom. As Johnson, she's onside. Collie Johnson, the shot! Oh, just wide. What a strike by Collie Johnson, but it just missed the far post. Staying with it until Betteridge broke that up. Ball given away. There's Miller. Sarah LeMiller cutting to her right foot. Sarah LeMiller! It's 2-0 right before the half, and the Halifax Tides, best player this season, converting again. 2-0 for the home side.
And she goes straight towards Talbert, touches her out of her feet, and finds her right foot and is able to beat Talbert to her right. As she gets around Betteridge, she's got one thing on her.
Alongside former Canadian international, it's Amy Walsh on the call with you today. So glad you're with us. Opening half saw goals by Julia Benatti and Sarah LeMiller to give the Tides the lead over the Calgary Wild, but we'll see what the sort of halftime conversations were like. And Brianne, thanks so much. Yeah, that was one of the things we asked on the coach's call as we see a cross of the box.
Clipped ball into some traffic by Grace Storty.
As well as on the field. Signa?
A hard tackle there. And the ball driven in. Foster Inman climbing the tightrope to grab that ball.
Rough tackle, a hard tackle on Romero. Foster Inman does one with Talbert, but in a similar manner. Talbert makes herself.
Cross in, though. Headed away by Wickers. Romero. Dancing on the inside, and Foster Inman had to watch that near post. Sarita Thurton gets the cross in. And bodies collide, and the woodwork hit. Baucom.
And kind of goes off the side of her boot. And again, that miscommunication. This ball is whipped in with some pace. Foster Inman comes off her line, and there's a touch by Robertson. The best we can do when you're at a loss for air, the wind's knocked out of you, is the leg pump. Like, have we not come further than that, Signa?
Well, we've gone the distance here at the Wanderers grounds. It is a 2-0 victory for the Halifax Tides. And Stephen Hart's Tide, thanks to goals from Julia Benatti.
Well, that was a look at Calgary's last match. Right now, they're preparing for Montreal, still in a weather delay, although still on course for a 2:40 p.m. start. So let's take a look at the Montreal Roses' last match as they went to visit AFC Toronto at York Lions Stadium.
And here's a look at the starting 11 today for Robert Rosatoyu, and it's Hayley Whitaker, the only change coming up to join that potent Montreal attack.
Yeah, and the graphic here I think is a little bit more offensive than they will be. Like, I see Whitaker and Sauve as your traditional
Marko Milanovic making 3 changes to the side, mentioning that doesn't want to wear out players that played over the international break. And that means a club debut and an NSL debut for Jordan Brewster on the back line. Chloe Uttenberg and Sarah Strata-Gatkis also featuring in. A couple of players mentioning in our pre-match interviews a chance to look inwards and say, let's get this turned back around. Underway, once again alongside Canadian Soccer Hall of Famer Amy Walsh. My name is Matt Cullen. One of 2 matches on the day today. Halifax winning against the Calgary Wild. Olympic and World Cup qualifying later on this year. Good ball sent in, dangerous from AFC Toronto, and Karpenko comes out. Take that away from Lauren Rowe.
By AFC Toronto, we didn't see it there, but 2 passes, line-breaking passes.
Wall is formed for Montreal. Taking a look, striking on, and that one just ticking off. Final match between these two will be down by the Lakeshore. Opportunity to strike again, and this one goes off the glove and off the top of the bar from Nikki Small. Back-to-back chances for AFC Toronto.
Whenever she faces AFC Toronto, but so does Nikki Small. A little deft little maneuver to go around Stephanie Hill and hits it centrally.
Gilbo looking at a good ball forward, just outside of the penalty area. This one struck on, but off target. It's Montreal over the last. Gatkis will play back. Now opening up some space here for Zoe Boyd. Or Burns, I should say. Does have a goal and an assist.
The likes of Chisholm, who would typically start in the heart of that midfield, who is rested as well after being deployed and playing for the U20 Canadian Women's National Team. So a lot of teams having to make adjustments here out of the. Looks like Badu and Thibault for the Roses getting set to enter the game.
60th minute, charging forward, Hunter into the penalty area. Strikes right on goal. For a crunching tackle as well from Capadona.
Bidis just putting it on her own shoulders to try to make something happen, going very direct.
Looking for goals in back-to-back. Karpenko looks on, and it's struck wide. What an opportunity that has slipped away.
Looks for placement. It's the perfect height for Karpenko to make the save, but it's not struck on frame. So it makes it easy for the goalkeeper. And Hunter's going to need to.
Corner on the way. Dealt high. Headed back on, and it rolls towards Karpenko, who's involved in a tackle there. One back. Great save. Karpenko kicks it away. This will be a goal kick.
She's been on her game, and bodies flying everywhere there.
Ball again into space. Take it back. Hunter trying to make amends. Strikes second time. Followed up and finished beautifully. Rowe picking the top corner. And AFC Toronto leads at home.
And there are those great celebrations that we were talking about, Matt. You felt this goal coming with this line-breaking pass, a layoff, and it's put into space by Hunter, or for Hunter, and Karpenko's off her line, never really resets, and then it falls for Lauren Rowe just on the edge of the 18, and she side foots it, but she takes it brilliantly.
Stoppage time here with the hydration break. But we'll need to act quickly. This one tipped towards the goal, flicked on beautifully in manner with a fantastic save, her best of the afternoon.
4-0 over the Calgary Wild, and today hasn't been tested a whole heck of a lot and has to be lively and lying at the weight to save.
Boyd back-to-back defeats for the first time this season. And here come the Roses now starting to push numbers forward. The penalty area, Pachurski strikes, and it is in the corner! A leveler from Lisa Pachurski at stoppage time, and Montreal has life. What a turn of events.
possession, and she thought, listen, nothing much has happened on the attack. I'm going to do it myself. And she goes in between defenders, opens up that foot, keeps it low, and bends it far stick.
It was right there.
Pickett so close to connecting with Fontana there, just a little bit behind her. Otherwise, that was on her foot just as she was about to walk herself into the 18.
That is full time. AFC Toronto looked to be in position for a full 3 points, but Lisa Pechersky and the Montreal Roses playing spoiler today. A late equalizer from Pechersky in the 94th minute.
That was last week, and now they're set to kick off a 4-game homestand, and finally we'll get set as well. Stay with us, stepping aside briefly here after the weather delay. We'll be right back with kickoff at Stade Boreal.
Hi, I'm Diana Matheson, legend of the field and founder of the Northern Super League. Are you wondering where to watch Northern Super League matches live this season? Confused by TV networks, channels, streams, and schedules? You could visit NSL.ca and download the 2026 schedule to your smartphone, but who's got time for that? Not me. That's why we're introducing the 2026 Northern Super League game schedule hotline. Just dial 1-833-NSL Live and we'll tell you where to watch every match. It's simple, it's easy. It's like the opposite of AI. No, seriously, call it. They made me pre-record all the weekly messages, and we have like 80 matches.
Call the NSL schedule hotline now. 1-833-NSL Live. That's 1-833-NSL Live. It's free, it's real, and yes, you can leave us a message. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us your favorite team. Tell us why everyone should watch the Northern Super League. Call now, find out where and when to watch, and tune in.
Welcome to NSL Soccer, presented by BMO, the official bank of the Northern Super League. I'm Daniela Ponticelli, ready to get you set for this third meeting between the Calgary Wild and Montreal Roses. Now, Calgary, desperate for a win. They've had just one draw on the season. The rest have been losses. And here's a look at today's starting 11. You have Maggie Doherty-Howard back in the mix, just her 4th start of the season, along with Michaela Moore. The team thrilled to have her back. Caitlin Talbot with her 5th start for the Wild. She was in net the last time they were able to draw against the Roses 2-2. That was in Calgary back in week 4. Meanwhile, for Montreal, they're back home. Now, they've had a good start to their season, currently 4th place in the NSL standings. And this was just moments ago. A beautiful tribute to Kone from the Canadian men's national team, who dealt with a very significant leg injury in a match for Canada earlier. Now, there's the starting lineup for the home side, as big omissions: no Tanya Boychuk and no Lisa Pechersky, who, by the way, is currently the NSL assist leader. And between those two, 6 goals, 4 assists. So that'll be a big absence and could be something of note in this match. As we see the teams huddled up here, delayed from what would have been a 2 p.m. Eastern start. Weather has cooled down ever so slightly in Laval. It was about 23 degrees Celsius pre-match when we were able to chat with some of the players. Now sitting at 17 degrees. Could be some light showers. The field, we expect, will be a little wet as well. As we see Calgary in their primary purple kits. Caitlin Talbot in orange, hailing from Sacramento, California. In her first year, she'd love to get Calgary back in the win column, and the last time they won was their last game of the regular season. That was at home, but their last road win came right here at Stade Boreal against the Roses. A team with a lot of consistency. So we take a look at Charlotte Bilbao, one of those returners from last season. I mentioned they were 4th in the standings. They're actually 2nd currently in the standings, but 4th was their final positioning last season, able to make a push into the postseason. Calgary was just outside of that position, and ground can get gained pretty quickly in the NSL. A win is worth 3 points, a draw worth 1, and of course a defeat worth nothing. Calgary, Maggie Doherty-Howard telling us before this match, they know the position they're in. As Michaela Moore sends it deep into the attacking third. A look at Anna Karpenko of the Montreal Roses. 8 straight starts, 4 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, and the only loss so far this season coming at home, 2 matches back against Vancouver, a 3-2 defeat. Karpenko, of course, coming off a great season in year 1 as well. Already has 3 clean sheets this campaign. If you're just joining us, this match delayed about 40 or so minutes due to thunderstorms in the area right now. It's all at bay. The Roses get to work. Cheram puts it into open space. Talbert. Kicks it away. So we got a look at Stephanie Hill, who had a header on it and a first foul. Maggie Doherty-Howard, player known for her physicality and also one to set the tone. She has a goal and an assist so far in this season. She's the only Calgary player with that stat right now. This is a team that has struggled offensively, just 4 goals on the season, 2 assists. While Montreal has put together 14 goals in these matches so far. Cheram draws 2 defenders her way. Maya Jones, so dangerous against Montreal, a brace in their last meeting. The officials for today's match: referee Sheila Couture, first assistant referee Marianne Gagnon-Chrétien, second assistant referee Ander Hilmas, and fourth official Mathieu Soirée. Talbert getting organized. An early kick here from the Roses. Chloe Minas, the Montreal native, punched out by Talbert, still in danger. Jones up ahead on the run. Streaking in was Kali Johnson. Johnson, who dealt with some injuries last season and had gone on a great tear for the Wild when it came to scoring. Still looking for her first goal of the second season, but had 4 last year. Bilbao ahead for Claire Moniard, who has a goal against Calgary already this season. It was scored in the 90th minute to go ahead 2-1 in their last meeting, McMahon Stadium. There was still a little bit of snow on the ground in the end zone areas. What would be the end zone areas of an American football field, but here at Stade Boreal, the beautiful game, Michaela Moore. Goes out of bounds at the far sideline. And Valerie Seto with the throw-in. Montreal native as well. She played with Halifax Tides last season. A team that struggled, only had 3 wins on the year. And already with the Roses, Seto helping this team to 4 wins and a draw. Nice pass from Captain Sauvé. Megan Sauvé finds Cherim. Kept off the ball, Sarita Thurton. Just her second start of the season. Sonia O'Neill comes crashing in. Takes some hard contact as well. Another look. Sonia keeping Sauvé at bay with a throw in though. Monyard gets it back, cross. Looking for Minas. In a 1v1 with Jackie Savicki. Haley Whitaker had it for a moment. Across the field, footwork from Monyard. Sent it over to Cherim. Monyard driving, ends up hopping over the ball. As in came Tora Betteridge. A player that continues to grow with the Calgary Wild in this season. Sauvé cross finds the outer edge. Pressure from the Roses early in this match. Calgary has taken 2 defensive fouls though so far early on. As we take a look who's on the sidelines for Montreal, assistant head coach Maurice Bard-Martel in place for Robert Rosatoyu, who is in Vancouver doing some coach's work for 2 matches, so still obviously involved in the preparation for these games. Bard-Martel had wonderful things to say in our coaches' conversation about this Roses team. Absolutely no quit in it, but Haley Whitaker, strong in her 1v1. Take a look at Sinead McSherry, the interim head coach for the Calgary Wild. That's how she started this season. She was with the team last year in an assistant role. So lots of pieces taking shape here for this Calgary club. They're trying to make the most of their road trips and forge some more chemistry between these players. Doherty Howard looking to build. Kylie Johnson from distance and a save for Karpenko. A great look from the visitors and a great save. And these two connecting is exactly what Calgary wants to see. Johnson able to open scoring in the, or rather get the game winner the last time Calgary was able to secure a win. That was at home last September against Vancouver, the team that would ultimately go on into the playoffs and win the inaugural championship. Grace Storty outruns the attack. Storty, an absolute iron woman for this club. Played in 6 matches, started all 6, and had a strong showing in that inaugural season as well. Johnson for Doherty Howard. Thurton, patient, sends it back to the captain. A good ball, a beautiful pass to Maya Jones, dangerous! Maya Jones and Callie Johnson connect for Calgary's first goal. The first since they last played Montreal. They're finally to end the scoreless streak and open scoring in this one. It all started with the play of Doherty Howard, Thurton. A beautiful placement. Maya Jones, who had a brace against this team in their last meeting, and sends it over to Callie Johnson for the finish. And that is Johnson's first NSL goal of this season, 5th in her career. Product out of Sydney, Australia, 22 years of age. Exactly what Calgary wanted to do, get out on the front foot and just get back to scoring as well. It's got to be tough. They had 2 straight 4-0 losses, and then in their last match in Halifax, it was a 2-0 defeat on the road. Just the 5th goal for the Wild as well this season. Maya Jones earning her first NSL assist as well. Great energy inside Stade Boreal, where earlier a 40-minute delay to get this match underway. If you're just joining us, we're still in the early goings. I'm Daniela Ponticelli. This is NSL Soccer presented by BMO, the official bank of the Northern Super League. Monyard being challenged out to touch. See some great young fans, and what a time for soccer right now in this country. Northern Super League action underway week after week. This is the 3rd match of week 9, closing things out, and 2 draws, 1-1, Halifax, Vancouver, and then Toronto, Ottawa. Earlier today, also a 1-1 finish. But Calgary wants a win. They want points in the standings. They would still be in last place, but it's all about chipping away and building up. Montreal, though, will play you through to the very final minutes. We've seen that they are without Lisa Peczerski in this match. Tanya Boychuk as well. 2 players who, by the way, recently celebrated birthdays. Unable to play here as dangerous look. In comes Bennett, and Bennett had a brace against Calgary in the opening match of the season for these clubs to win it 2-0. Bennett so dangerous, a huge impact player. 5 goals on the season, 5 goals for just Bennett. And you consider that Calgary as a team now with this goal today has 5. The Wild getting organized as Chloe Minas, her father in the stands, comes in with the corner. First corner kick of the match. Thurton with a header. Sauvé in ahead of Maya Jones. And the ball rolls out past the end line. Last touch by the Montreal Roses. Bennett has been an exciting addition from De Pere, Wisconsin. A shout out to the fathers in the crowd. Happy Father's Day. Also, happy Indigenous Peoples Day as well. At the near sideline, Sauvé who has recorded an assist in each of the games against Calgary this season. She has started in all of the matchups previous. Storty has a touch. Doherty Howard told us before the match she's excited to be back starting. She's a competitor always. Plays a ton of minutes. She did not start last week, but she did play 18 in Halifax. So we take a look at the possession here. It's winding down the 15th minute. Montreal heavily outpossessing Calgary, 67% to 33. However, it is the Wild with that goal on the only shot on target so far in this match. Wild defense able to keep the target shots at bay and only allowing one so far from the Roses. Whitaker and Sonia in a battle earlier. Now Johnson out of reach. Lucy Capadona, 8th straight start for this defender. In come the Roses. Not quite as Tora Betteridge able to get ahead. Big effort, then Maya Jones. Talbert takes care of it. Caitlin Talbert, who stands 6 feet tall, has great international experience and started playing at the age of 4. Story for many in the NSL. Tough collision, there's a Calgary player down. Play continues right now. That's Michaela Moore, she gets up though. Minas. Looks for Whitaker. Tilly James. Let's take that pass away, but watch out, Bennett on the doorstep. Seto across, a header from Stordy. Disrupts the play. Cheram. Looking to slip it through, but in the way, the Wild defense. Stordy. Oh, Minas! Dangerous, just wide. A miscommunication from the visitors. It could have been cashed in by Chloe Minas. We see Stordy looking for her teammate, and in comes Minas with a beautiful interception just wide of the far post. Stordy with the loft pass. Doherty Howard thought she has it, but in slipped Bilbao. Charlotte Bilbao, 36 years old, from France, brings a lot of veteran experience to this club. As they look to get Munyard on the move. A header play to find Bennett. Bennett, it's up and it's on top of the net. That would have been a beauty had you been able to tuck it under the crossbar. We've already seen a couple dangerous plays, threatening looks from Elise Bennett. And she comes, draws Talbert to her and the action, but up it goes. So Montreal building, pressuring here. Mentioned that they've been handling the bulk of the possession, more than 60%, 3 total shots to 1, and 1 on target. Evelyn Badu with a touch. Kylie Johnson, the goal scorer in the 10th minute, That'll be a foul. Haley Whitaker started with Calgary taking a number of defensive fouls. Play back to Karpenko. Karpenko with one save so far. A big one early on. Bilbo looking for a volley pass, a header from Minas. As Badu with good positioning keeps possession. Munyard protecting. Doherty Howard trying to steal it away from Sauve. Battle of the captains. In on the run, but ahead of it, Betteridge. Chair well positioned for the Roses, just couldn't get out front. Bilbo doing all she can. Chloe Minas has had plenty of touches in this game. Whitaker at the 18-yard line. Still outside the box. Falling for it. Whitaker, her slip pass negated, and another by Calgary. A winless Wild team. It's already played 6 matches, and they want this one, number 7, where they have the early lead, to be the start of a big turning point. Johnson once more gets around Seto. A save from Karpenko, a big one at that. 24-year-old from Richmond Hill, Ontario. Take another look. It all starts once more by Doherty Howard, how she was missed when she wasn't in the lineup, let alone starting. Johnson to get the shot off while being tracked by Anne-Valerie Seto. Third meeting between these teams this season. First was a win for Montreal, 2-0. A brace from Bennett back in April to start the season, and then a draw 2-2. These teams know how to score on one another. And that's not easy to say. This Montreal Roses team telling us that they know they're a team that's very hard to score against. Their defense has been their identity. Out to touch, and a throw in here for the Roses. In on the run, Cheram to get ahead of Betteridge. Tora Betteridge, a true rookie in this league, just 17 years of age, from Calgary, Alberta. It's her 7th match in the NSL, her 4th start. She played with Canada's U17 national team last year. Having a good impact in this match. Second corner, or rather a throw in here. Still Montreal ball, but in comes Sonia on the run. Minas. Seto settling it down. From distance, Anne-Valerie Seto, and into the hands of Caitlin Talbert, who has certainly been the more active goalkeeper early in this match. In the 25th minute, score is 1-0 for Calgary. Team that had not scored since the first minute of stoppage time to close out an eventual 2-2 draw against Montreal nearly a month ago. Badu placed the ball. It goes wide of the near post. Evelyn Badu in her first year, hails from Ghana, 23 years old. Just her second start in her NSL career. Another corner. And to deliver is Chloe Minas. Off the right foot, headed out by Michaela Moore. Whitaker. And another header from Moore. Capadona. Hounded by Betteridge. Betteridge coming away with the ball. Stordy sends it towards the halfway line. Stordy through contact, although that will be called. As mentioned, assistant coach Maurice Bard-Martel is taking over as bench boss just for this match and the next. Both of them will be at home. Tough collision there. Evelyn Badu and Michaela Moore. Moore, who just came back really into the starting rotation here for Calgary. We'll take a look. Oh, a tangle along the shins, and down goes Moore. Of course, when we spoke with interim head coach Sinead McSherry, she said she's so thrilled that Moore comes back, because it's not just what Moore could potentially do to spark offense. It's just having the leadership, and that is a shirt pull by Callie Johnson. She'll take ownership of that. Sinead McSherry and the Calgary bench. They do have at least one more player than the home side to possibly sub in, because Montreal dealing with a few players out of the lineup. The throw in, down goes Sonia. Badu with a strike and a finish, a beautiful goal to tie this game. Evelyn Badu, her first NSL goal. And it comes on home soil in Laval. The throw in, and Valerie Setso. Badu was under pressure. Minas wins the ball back, and then Badu with this beautiful strike from distance tucks it in to the far corner. Able to beat Caitlin Talbert, and now the score 1-1. All smiles from Badu. Prior to this, she'd only played one match, no starts against Calgary, just 27 minutes. It's her sixth match in the NSL. She came into this one with just 2 shots on target. 3 was enough for her to open her account. Chloe Minas able to do so much, although that's not a welcome sight as down goes Badu. Game on, Calgary. Doherty Howard, some great composure. Maya Jones, this is tough. Badu still down on the field as Jones with a cross. As Calgary looks to regain this lead. Doherty Howard. Capadona sends it out to safety. You see Evelyn Badu make her way up, but this is tough. And this started well before everything went over to the Montreal penalty area, holding the back of her leg. But she is now up on her own power. Just looked like a lot of discomfort right after she scored the equalizer for Montreal. First corner for Calgary. Maggie Doherty Howard. They look hoping to make good on the set piece. An exciting start in Montreal it was for Calgary. Callie Johnson in the 10th minute, assisted by her teammate Badu back on her feet, back in play. Sauvé. These two teams with very close passing accuracy coming into this match. 78% for the Roses, 75% passing accuracy for the Wild. And a bit of a different match day for both these sides. Match delayed by 40 minutes due to weather. And how about Badu? She scored a goal, then went down on the field, back in it, showing off her tremendous skill. Whitaker finds Minas. Minas able to get around. A touch from Tilly James. But Cherim just outside the box, trying to find a way in. O'Neill, but Claire Munyard gets one of her own. I believe that was the back of Whitaker. That would have been a tough one to stop had it had a straight path. Doherty Howard. Johnson. A clean block from Anne-Valerie Seto. Great battle between these teams in Laval. See Johnson. A corner kick. Each side has had 2 corners in this match. And to deliver, second corner for the Wild. Doherty. See the ball through to the far sideline. Gets a deep throw in. Cherim. And yet another corner. This will be the 3rd now for the visitors. as they look to get organized. Spacing out a bit further. Doherty Howard in to deliver. Headed by Minas. Savicki trying to keep it in play on the attack for Calgary. Quick throw in. Anna Karpenko has to deal with back-to-back set pieces. The Roses to stay out of their defending third here. Under pressure, Badu. Seto finds Bennett with just a quick touch on the run. Whitaker skies the ball, but a beautiful effort to take it from having to defend multiple corners to driving some offense for this home side. Whitaker able to take it in stride. Haley Whitaker, another key piece to this Roses team from Birmingham, Alabama. Her fourth start of the season. Maya Jones offside. It was Maya Jones who had that assist on the Kali Johnson opening goal. Evelyn Badu scoring the first for Montreal in the 29th minute. On the run, Whitaker, can she get there fast enough? She did all she could. Loses a guard there. Strong kick from Moore. Doherty Howard, Sonia O'Neill with a bump on Minas. Calgary quick to close. Getting in the passing lanes. Sauvé with a good feed just out of reach for Badu. Drum beats picking up in Laval. Home fans have a lot to get excited about. They'll be able to come back the next 3 straight matches to cheer on this Montreal team. Doherty Howard attracts plenty of attention. Bennett and Betteridge. All the way to the near sideline. Megan Sauvé on the throw-in. Bennett defended tight by Storty. Maya Jones coming in for support. Doherty Howard is battling forward. She'll get called on the contact. Chloe Minas. A good look, Bennett. But Storty gets a foot on it. Whitaker keeps it in from the end line. Moore keeps it out of the box. Michaela Moore showing off her veteran skill. Second year in this league, 30 years of age though, from Christchurch, New Zealand. Winding down this first half. Don't anticipate much added time here. In a fast-moving first half after a 40-minute delay due to weather, due to thunderstorms in the area. Badu taking it around. Storty on the ball. Ahead of Cherem. Grace Storty. The head of steam. Looking for Doherty Howard. Kylie Johnson to Storty. Deep in the attacking third, and it's off Cherem. Sarita Thurton matched up with Sauvé. Thurton gets ahead. Looking to feed it to a Doherty Howard. In great position. Seto with the throw in. Calgary eager to pounce. Montreal has certainly taken up the bulk of possession, back up to 63% in this match. 8 total shots to 5. Shots on target, though, even at 2 aside. Minas. Slip it ahead for Bennett. Munyard finds Badu. Bennett patient. Wins the 1v1. Skips over to Lee James. Claire Munyard. Dangerous. Storty to clear for Calgary. Minas turns and shoots. It's wide this time at the far post. Michaela Moore going through it. It begins with this from Bennett, able to beat the defender. Then Munyard getting oh so close. A great save from Talbert. Grace Storty had just enough time to settle the ball. Montreal, just 1 loss on the season, have come out so strong here in the second NSL season. Betteridge with the last touch. So it'll be a minimum of 1 minute of added time here. Talked about the fact there's been few stoppages. Looking for a goal in the late in the first half. Munyard. Now Badu doesn't quite get her full foot on it. Bilbo. We have a player down. This is Elise Bennett. We see, oh, that's tough. Takes it in the leg. Sonia O'Neill was coming in. May have been a shin too. Just some tough contact, so they'll take a moment, assess Elise Bennett, a key player for them, has started every match so far. She came from the Orlando Pride in the NWSL in the United States. Played an NCAA Division I career at Washington State University. Did we mention that she has 5 goals already for this club? Of course, right now, trying to deal with the contact she took from Sonia O'Neill, incidental as it was. O'Neill was going for the ball. Drives that foot into what looked like the side of Bennett. She's on her own steam, just may need a moment here. And we are in added time, which of course will now be a little longer than that initial minute. Keep an eye on Bennett to start the second half here in Laval. Line that has been fully intact all season for the Roses. Lucy Capadona really becoming a consistent presence. She captained the University of Connecticut prior to her time in the NSL. Out of bounds it goes. Not much longer here in the first half. Score 1-1. Words, Savicki. Haley Whitaker battling. Ball ahead. Now it's a foot race. And Tilly James gets ahead of Moniard. And so the score remains 1-1 through the first half. Started with a goal from Kylie Johnson. And then the equalizer from Evelyn Badu of Montreal, able to get her first in the NSL. Stay with us. We've got halftime just ahead in Laval.
What is this?
Whew. Oh, like real glasses, like prescription?
No prescription, that's good.
Are they real?
No.
Okay, woo! We're like, are we bringing
Gotcha.
We're gonna get you in a business mode because you're gonna elevator pitch why someone should be a fan of your team.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
60 seconds. All right, this is gonna be good.
Hey you, are you looking for a new hobby? Well boy do I have the best one for you.
We'll start off nice and easy. McMahon Stadium, Olympic Stadium. Can't get any more rowdy than that.
Family. Who doesn't love a family feel?
I'm just gonna cut to the chase here. I'm not gonna waste your guys' time. I'm not gonna take up 18 minutes of this video to tell you should come support Toronto, because you should already know that you should support Toronto.
And you know where you can get that? The Halifax Tides.
Our players, incredibly talented, incredibly inspiring to watch.
Do you like sports? How about women's sports? If you don't, it means you just haven't even watched them yet.
The people on the team are amazing. Olivia Scott, number 18, is super cool. She's a great center back. Watch out for her.
Why not come out in July? Stampede, biggest rodeo in all of North America. We got cowboys, cowgirls, country singers, rappers, music artists. Best thing yet, Wild also plays during the 2-week Stampede is on, so you can go to Stampede all day, come party with the Wild all night.
If I was you, I would definitely pick an NSL team that is nearest to you, or just pick the Vancouver Rise.
Representing the Maritimes, representing the East Coast.
We wear really cool colors and have a lot of fun stuff going on at the game, a lot of giveaways.
Come out, go tailgate with the Storty family in the parking lot before the game, and make sure you come say hi to me after.
Why wouldn't you want Toronto? We have Drake, Justin Bieber, The Weeknd, ketchup chips.
Watch the Tides make a statement, because the tides are turning.
I love that. You knew what you were doing with that one.
Yeah. I like to keep everyone on their toes.
I don't know, Skip, can we go back to it?
One word for 2026.
Growth.
Exciting. Legendary.
Baller. 2 words for 2026, round 2.
The vibe in our locker room is...
Young.
Killer.
Hype. The vibe is good. Yeah, the vibe is really fun.
Immaculate.
The vibes in our locker room is just fun.
Most underrated teammate.
Ooh, underrated teammate.
I just met them.
I think JC's an incredible player in our back line. I think she's going to be really exciting this year.
Annika Toad. I think she's a great goalkeeper and everybody should get to know her more. Honestly, Charlotte Bibo, but is she underrated? I don't know. She's properly rated.
Probably the twins. They could be together.
Flo. You just like her personality, you would never know until you get to know her, and then she's like quite literally one of the funniest people you'll ever meet.
So you gotta pick one of your teammates who's taking the last shot.
I choose Quinny with my eyes closed. Annie for one last shot. She's solid.
Maggie.
Phoebe Pridham.
Tanya Boychuk.
Olivia Scott.
The league better watch out for blank.
Ottawa Rapid.
Montreal Roses 2026.
Us. For Vancouver, like, obviously.
The league better watch out for the Tides.
Halifax Tides, new team this year.
Calgary Wild.
The league better watch out for Vancouver because we're ready to rise.
We're gonna end off
You
on
like
I
that
love
one?
that. You knew what you were doing with that one. Yeah. The NSL is blank.
Inspiring.
An amazing group of incredible women.
It's a great place to showcase Canadian young talents. La Ligue est inspirante.
The NSL is a dream come true. The NSL is powerful.
The NSL is now.
Welcome back to Stade Boreal. I'm Daniela Ponticelli, and we're set for halftime presented by BMO, the official bank of the Northern Super League. Yes, it is rainy out in Laval. In fact, this match was delayed by 40-plus minutes earlier. Of course, the fans, they'll do what they can to stay dry. You love to see the creativity, but this is how things got started. The Wild had few possessions, but they made the most of it. Kylie Johnson with a great first shot on goal, saved by Anna Karpenko. And then this whole setup begins with the captain, Dorothy Howard, finding Maya Jones across for Kylie Johnson. And Jones, of course, was the big threat in their last meeting, had the brace in a 2-2 draw. This time, she gets her first NSL assist on Kylie Johnson's first of the season. However, Montreal, 63% possession, plenty more chances. In fact, doubling up on total shots in this game. Some big effort saves here by Caitlin Talbert, punching out that one from Minaus. Then Bennett, also dangerous, but it goes up and over. You had to feel like it was coming, it was building. Minaus again, this time wide. She doesn't stop though. Minaus finds Evelyn Badu, and that time she finds the back of the net. Evelyn Badu from Ghana, her first NSL goal. Stands as the equalizer here. What a celebration! Right into the arms of Mares Bard-Martel. And the chances didn't stop there. That was one of the most dangerous looks of the first half. Talbert coming up big along with Grace Storty. So here's the numbers. Shots on target ever so close here, 3-2, but the volume from Montreal is what Calgary has been wanting to get. They were able to finally break a goalless streak of 3 matches. Corners as well, unsuccessful for either side, 3-2, although it was off of a throw-in that the Evelyn Badu goal really built there. And now we'll take a look at some mic'd up time with Calgary's own Sarita Thurton.
Ooh, that was good. That was really good. Yo, that was crazy. Oh, I'm getting upset. No, I'm gassed. Great game, great game. Woo! I feel like they're cheating. How did she get up there that fast? Christy put the cone on top. Where are you going? I'm sick of this game. We can beat them. All right, we need a win now. That was just a joke. Yeah, relax, relax, relax. Let's play composed. Stay with it, stay with it. Yeah, nice. Well done. Good black. A dub, finally. We did it. W. Good T, stay with it, T. Yeah, stop, stop. Nice, man, yeah. Yes! Black! Oh, a win feels good. Yeah, quick, quick, quick! Oh.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3!
Wow. Time to go to bed. He's watching. We got eyes all the time.
Watching dough rise always fills me with inspiration.
Don't ever look at my savings account. The dough doesn't rise.
BMO has 2 simple ingredients to make your savings rise. Great interest rates and no monthly fees.
Yeah, that would do it all right.
Plus, get a cash bonus for opening a checking and savings account.
So BMO helps your savings grow bigger faster.
Like a triple dose of yeast.
You're hired.
What? No, I wasn't looking for it.
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
BMO. Everyone watches women's sports because why wouldn't you?
Because it brings us together.
It's competitive and exciting and new and fresh.
The women who play are so competitive, so tough, fierce, and just leave their emotions all out on the field.
Everybody watches women in sport because we're the best.
Everyone watches women's sports because greatness has no gender.
Because we're a bunch of badass athletes and we love to compete and we're just fun to be around.
Because it's fun and exciting.
Tout le monde regarde le sport féminin parce que les femmes ont eu besoin de briser beaucoup de barrières pour arriver où elles sont aujourd'hui. Donc ça vaut la peine qu'on les regarde et qu'on les encourage.
Everyone watches women's sports because they have good taste. And they should.
Because this is just the beginning.
And at the end of the day, I am proud to kick like a girl, play like a girl, and score like a girl.
First game. First whistle. First goal. First jersey. First autograph. First favorite player. First away game. First big win. First time thinking, that's gonna be me. Firsts help us move forward together. Toyota, founding partner of the first professional women's soccer league in Canada.
Welcome back. 1-1 at the half between the Montreal Roses and Calgary Wild. Now, before the match, we had a chance to speak with Chloe Minas, who talked about how her father is in the stands. It is Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all celebrating. But also, Chloe Minas, a Montreal native. Let's get to know her a little bit better as we look at this great feature, Where the Game Takes Us, presented by WestJet.
One of my big overarching goals is to obviously win with Montreal, but by playing good soccer at the same time. So obviously we want to win, but I want to do it with some fun, and I want to do it with a good attitude. And I think at the Roses we have that. I think our values are so crisp and clear, and I'm gonna say I think it's a great season we have ahead of us. When the Roses first started up, they asked if I would want to play for the Roses, and I had this other opportunity in Sweden, so I took that opportunity. But it was always in the back of my mind because I was like, I'm from Montreal, I've never seen a professional league happen, so I figured like my 10-year-old self would be screaming at me that I should be taking that. So I'm so grateful I came home, and now when I play, I look around and I see my friends and my family in the stands, and it's been so different making eye contact with my mom for the first time in so long. So yeah, it's been truly a blessing.
I think Chloe's work rate is crazy. Like, she's somebody who's gonna work all the time in a positive way. I don't really see her whine about anything on the field. She's always positive. So I think she's this force that's maybe less vocal, but in the way she acts and in the way she stands as a professional, I think it's just what shows. And I was recently talking with Robert, and I said, I think Chloe's like, she's gonna be our next leader. Like, she's somebody who showcases a lot of qualities that you see in a leader. So I think I'm just happy for her because I know what it means for her to play at home, and I think that this year's gonna be great, for her.
It's so different having my family be close to me because for so long I was playing in the States, and for so long I was away from home. So
now it's truly, truly a blessing to be able to play for them. And every day I wake up, I'm like, wow, I am so lucky to be playing for the Roses.
Well, she's been in on some of the big plays so far for Montreal, including that Evelyn Badu goal to tie things up. Just ahead, we'll have the second half underway in Laval. Don't go anywhere. You're watching NSL Soccer.
Hi, I'm Diana Matheson, legend of the field and founder of the Northern Super League. Are you wondering where to watch Northern Super League matches live this season? Confused by TV networks, channels, streams, and schedules? You could visit NSL.ca and download the 2026 schedule to your smartphone, but who's got time for that? Not me. That's why we're introducing the 2026 Northern Super League game schedule hotline. Just dial 1-833-NSL Live and we'll tell you where to watch every match. It's simple, it's easy. It's like the opposite of AI. No, seriously, call it. They made me pre-record all the weekly messages, and we have like 80 matches.
Call the NSL schedule hotline now. 1-833-NSL Live. That's 1-833-NSL Live. It's free, it's real, and yes, you can leave us a message. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us your favorite team. Tell us why everyone should watch the Northern Super League. Call now, find out where and when to watch, and tune in.
Seriously, call the hotline. But also, here's a look ahead at some of the next matches. Montreal plays next. The Ottawa Rapid, they host at Stade Boreal Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern for Pacific. And then Calgary takes on the Halifax Tide. It's a rematch. We'll see how they do as they fell 2-0 to the Tides last week. It's 1-1 in Laval, a game that was delayed 40 minutes. So if you're just joining us, yes, we are indeed live right now. A little bit later than anticipated to close out week 9 in the NSL. We do have a substitution here as we see Montreal's Laurie Thibault come into the game, and that will be it so far for Evelyn Badu. She had a goal in that first half, her first in the NSL. Big celebration. We see Janaea Robertson come into the match here for Calgary while Sonia O'Neill is out. So one change aside here to start this second half. Bit rainy conditions, a day rather, the temperature has gotten as high as about 24 degrees Celsius with quite intense humidity out in Laval. Right now at 18 degrees Celsius, a little bit of light rain. Humidity though at 83%. Savitsky able to take the ball away from Cherim. Roses get it back. Bennett with the touch. Doherty Howard takes it out. Check that, it was Meyer Robertson. Now Stephanie Hill across Whitaker. Goes well wide of the net. Whitaker has had some good looks, a great burst of speed for this Montreal team. More to Doherty Howard. Calgary in their primary purple kits. Montreal in their red and blue rose kits. A big match for the visitors here as they look for their first win of the second season. They've only drawn once, and it was against the Roses. Rest have all been defeats through their 6 matches prior to this. There is a severe thunderstorm watch. Northern Super League always takes care of player safety, hence why earlier there were weather delays. On the move, opportunity here, played ahead. It was a nice slip from Doherty Howard looking for Sarita Thurton. Thurton from Ajax, Ontario, played most minutes of her season last week, 27, but here she is in her first start of this campaign. Tangled up, Whitaker in between the legs of Kylie Johnson. More Lori Thibault, fresh legs for the Roses. Subbing in to start the second half. Thank you all for joining us on Father's Day, National Indigenous Peoples Day as well. This is the final of 3 matches here in week 9. Right now the score the same as the first 2. Halifax, Vancouver, 1-1 draw Thursday, and then earlier today, Toronto and Ottawa also a 1-1 draw. Center field, Thurton gets a touch. Johnson ahead for Thurton, in full stride. Capadona gets there first. Lucy Capadona, a player who's able to play many minutes for this club. 26 matches last season, she started 25. She's been in every match so far this season, and yet another corner. 4th of the match here for the Wild. Doherty Howard in to deliver all 4 so far. Punched out by Karpenko. Keeper needed to be big. Thibault and Bilbo exchanging there, looking to get on the run. Grace Doherty cutting off the path of Stephanie Hill, a dangerous defender offensively as well. Stephanie Hill. Check that. Not Stephanie Hill, it's Sauvé. My apologies, Megan Sauvé. For a second. Seto. Capadona. That's Sauvé. Finds Bennett. A great feed from the captain. 1v1 with Betteridge. Jones coming in to support still. Montreal possession. Talbert just waiting a moment here. Rolls it to Moore. Great kick. As Kylie Johnson was where she needed to be. Takes the throw in here. Or no, drops it off. Tilly James gets the side of the netting. Karpenko coming in big. Last time the team had to defend a corner. Right now, a goal kick. Capadona back to the keeper. Sauvé. Her pass picked off by Moore. Nice heel kick from Bilbao. Gets it up and ahead and then manages a shot off. A save from Delbert. I think she recognized she may not have needed that play, but she did the work. Corner now for the Roses. Minas, who we heard from at halftime, loves being able to play in front of friends and family here in Montreal. As Thurton gets a touch, Savicki, Stordy. A good clear, Sauvé there. Whitaker. Rossetto on yard. To beat Johnson. Header from Capadona. Good build for the Roses as Munyard puts it towards the goal. Curved up and out. There, Munyard does well against this Calgary side, as you see the play set up there from Bilbao. Munyard has just 2 career goals in the NSL, but both have come against the Wild. Looking for the cutback. That was Thibault. Doherty Howard gets a touch. They didn't have many touches when they scored their first. Thurton across. Sauvé coming to help out Karpenko. Captain and keeper exchange a high five. Deep throw in here for Calgary. Johnson defended well by Munyard. Although Johnson goes down, they've taken some contact. Thurton and Karpenko come out to take care of the ball. And this was what we noticed earlier. Johnson, she was in the play, got a little twisted up with Munyard, and then the feet may have been not quite. I was thinking perhaps a step, an accidental step, but either way, just some tough contact. Physical game, as many in the NSL are. Doesn't matter what time of the season. Some teams have played 8 matches in the second campaign. Others, like Calgary, this is their 7th match. Doherty Howard stays with Johnson. A tough look for any Wild fans. Looks like the issue has to do with her upper body, her arm. That's what's being assessed right now. Meanwhile, her teammates regrouping at the sideline. Score 1-1 in Laval. Calgary struggling when it comes to the possession game here. 35%. Total shots 6. That's what they entered the second half with. But watch the left arm here of Johnson. Goes down so awkwardly onto the ground. So that is the concern. A team that had to, unfortunately, play without Johnson for about half of the season at different spots in that inaugural campaign. She still scored 4 goals, had an assist as well. In the 14 matches she did play, 7 starts. Scored a brace, is just a big, big key part of this Calgary team, the identity of this team. McSherry. She needs some support here on that left arm. Very respectful crowd inside Stade Boreal. It's tough whenever you see this. Bilbao of the Roses staying out there on the field. Charlotte Bilbao from France. Players on the field just staying warm right now during this injury. A team that was excited about coming, of course, to Montreal. Great coach, great chat with interim head coach Sinead McSherry, who talked about how the team was really having a great match day -1, a great practice, but it's that awkward landing on Johnson's arm, the left arm going down. Not only did she need to be assessed, but she did require some medical help on the field right now. Trainers making sure she's stabilized on that arm. She gets to her feet. Very difficult situation for Callie Johnson. A goal in the match and then having to end her time here in Laval like so. So there will be some substitutions here coming in for Calgary as Johnson is taken not only to the sideline but likely off the field as well. Right now she's taking a seat. But we'll see Keelan Stewart and Anderson Williams coming into the match. And Maggie Doherty Howard also coming out of the match. So this could change things for Montreal, as now 2 of the strongest players on the Calgary side, players who create and generate the attack, an attack that was stalled earlier in this season and found a way in the 10th minute of this game. Doherty Howard to Maya Jones and then to Callie Johnson. But they will play on. If you're just joining us, this is NSL Soccer presented by BMO, the official bank of the Northern Super League. I'm Daniela Ponticelli. We're closing out week 9 of the Northern Super League. in what is the third meeting between these two clubs, but the first time that the Roses are hosting. Doherty, quick work to Robertson. Janaea Robertson, a standout at Trinity Western University. And the play will, of course, lead to a corner kick, 5th of the match for Calgary. But the first time be delivered by Maya Jones, as Doherty Howard usually handles corner kicks. In comes Jones. Well placed, but right into the hands of Karpenko. Karpenko may have contacted Bennett. Just shaken up there, Elise Bennett. Looked to be from her own keeper, though. Gets crowded in the box. So watch Bennett in the left corner. Oh, it wasn't. It was Michaela Moore. Unfortunately, incidental contact just coming in. And Moore with another touch at the halfway line. You have to think that this Wild team now will have even more fight after what looked to be a serious injury for Carly Johnson. Taken off the field with a sling on her left arm. Savicki well ahead. So important to note that there will be some possibly significant stoppage time added to this second half. Both these sides have been able to score in the dying minutes of games. A big win from Thibault to drive the attack. Now Cheram gets around Cheram, but blocked. Keelan Stewart in a 1v1 with Munyard. Now Seto gets a step around. You have a size mismatch as well. Sarita Thurton for Calgary in heavy traffic. Takes some contact there. Cheram Moore coming in strong with the defense. Great work to shield the ball. Calgary has yet to get a shot, just a shot in the second half. While Calgary now is up to 13 in this match. Maya Jones, she can be a difference maker quickly. However, Megan Souvé flies in, changes direction, gets her team going. On the run, Keelan Stewart. Check that, Tilly James heading the other way. Keeping Bilbo at bay, getting around Seto. Tilly James, the cross. Now Sarita Thurton takes contact. Looked like she got the foot of Capadona. Both teams dealing with a lot of physical play. Sarita Thurton playing her most minutes so far of the season. Injuries have really hurt this Calgary team. The same goes for a Montreal side, missing some players, working back from injury. That's a foul. Bennett. Kayla Moore has taken the brunt of a lot of this great 1v1 matchup, however. Bit too much from Elise Bennett. Chloe Minas, who's been all over the field, the ball in this match, and creates for her team. Savicki, a nice play, finds Thurton, looking to get around Capadona and can't. Tackle from Lucy Capadona. Coming into this match with 7 so far, averages about 1 a match. In the 68th minute, score tied 1-1, as same as we had entered this second half. A lively crowd playing through rainy conditions today. Minas and Sauvé, but a turnover, and here come the Wild. Karpenko quick to settle. Sarita Thurton has been part of some of these looks lately. Maya Jones slips for Anderson Williams, rather. Came in here in the second half. Anderson Williams still looking for her first NSL goal. She has not played Montreal before. This is her first time taking on the Roses. We have a substitution now as we see Claire Munyard exit, and in comes Marilou Harvey. Another new addition. She's just 17 years of age, the youngest on the roster. Out she comes, just her second match. She made her debut in the 73rd minute against Toronto last week, becoming at age 16 the youngest player in Rose's history to appear in a match. She has since had her birthday, and here she is at 17, entering the field against Calgary. Seto, a step ahead of Savicki, but more ahead of Bennett. They'll battle. Anderson Williams for James, now Moore. Both teams without some key players in the mix right now. You missed it earlier, Lisa Perchersky and Tanya Boychuk not in the lineup for Montreal today. The reason undisclosed right now. But a key part of this Roses offense. Montreal has really handled themselves well in this game. Possession near 65% for the home team, just under 36% for Calgary. Looking to change that, or at least to capitalize on it, was Cherim in good position. And again on the attack, Whitaker. She was looking to place it inside for Bennett, who was held up by two Wild players. And Valerie Seto. And now for the throw-in from Seto. Sauvé. And the Roses work the ball quick. As we see a touch there from the young Marie-Lou Harvey. Despite being just newly 17 years of age, she has won some championships. Big part of Quebec soccer as well. Bennett double teamed, couldn't find some room, did get a header on it, just not in the direction she needed. Williams and Storty looking to build. Stewart. Sauvé gets a touch. Savitsky handles it well. It's likely trying to slip it through. Maya Jones along the far side. Kept off it by Marie-Lou Williams, or Marie-Lou Harvey, apologies. And he now gets it out to Thibault. And a nice pass from Harvey to a streaking Thibault. Now Bennett. Is it back? Bilbao has Seto. In comes the pressure. Whitaker. Goes out at the end line. As we see another substitution here for Calgary. Sarita Thurton playing in her most minutes in a match this season, substituting out in the 75th minute as Tegan Stewart. The other Stewart twin is now out on the field. Her sister Keelan subbing in earlier. Tegan Stewart, who has a goal for Calgary on this season. One of now 4 players on the team with goals, as Kylie Johnson unfortunately sustaining what appeared to be a significant arm injury in this match, but she was able to score her first. It was early on, the goals in the 10th minute from Calgary, and then in the 29th minute from Montreal. Jones for Stewart. Play inside the box. Stewart. That ball may have had eyes for her twin, Keelan. James for Moore. Trying to settle it down, Williams. A touch from Bennett. Played off the heel by Cheram. Tegan Stewart trying to keep it away from this tough Montreal defense. Moore keeping the ball in the attacking third here. But out it comes to midfield, and that gives plenty of room for Cheram. In stride. Gets the shot off, but a big save from Delbert. Cheram Kang, who's been all over the ball today. What a look, and yet again, it's the pass from Minas. Really been the general in the midfield for this Roses team to set up that look from Cheram Kang. Of course, that will lead to a corner kick. Montreal with just slightly fewer corner opportunities. He sent short. Jerem was looking to feed it across. Tall task here for this Calgary team. 36% possession here, 8 total shots. They've added 2 in the second half. Montreal has added 4 shots here in the second half, some of them very dangerous, like that one from Cheram. Montreal's passing has been on point as well. Minas a big part of that. Shaking off the potential interception. Now Whitaker finds Bennett. She can't get settled. Tilly James closing in. Now Minas for more. The Calgary team with no quit right now. Depleted. A fantastic defensive response here against a hungry Roses side. It appears the sun coming out in Laval after a stormy start to the day. Fifth corner for the Roses in this match. Calgary's also had 5. Minas into the box. And Valerie Seto able to get a shot off, and more again. Keeping it at bay. It's been a tough test. We talked about how weather can be a factor, of course, delaying this match, but also humidity right now at about 70%, 6%. Temperature climbing up 2 degrees, 20 degrees Celsius. Savicki put it into open space. But the Roses back line gets to work. Capadona. Take a look there at the Montreal bench. Bennett gets in front of her defenders. Not enough to take a shot. Streaking in is Keelan Stewart. Defended well by Whitaker. Chip pass rolls out. Anna Karpenko, who has faced 3 shots on target, both teams with 3 shots on target, so both sides with 2 saves each. Montreal quick. That attack stalled by Moore. A 1v1 goes down to the ground. Whitaker trying to work it. Talbert forced to come well out. Keep it away from Laurie Thibault. Second half dominated by Montreal possession, and this could be dangerous. Talbert, absolutely huge for Calgary. We're told before the season She's an unbelievable shot stopper, raw and unorthodox, but playing so sound right now, a powerhouse. As we see some more substitutions, they're looking to change, make some sort of change in this deadlock right now. Charlotte Bilbao subbing out as Olivia Mbala comes on. This is her 7th match played. She has yet to start the season. She's only ever played 1 match against Calgary, as we see Michelle Romero of Wild FC on the field, and Maya Jones, who had a brace against this Rose's side last meeting, is subbed out. Maya Jones, who picked up her first assist of the season. It was Mbala with the throw-in. For Montreal. Fans enjoying the sun finally. It has been a day of, you know what, I'm going to say wild weather. Calgary's in town. I mean, what do you expect? We actually had some chats about the weather because Calgary and Halifax, we see you, Halifax, dealing with some of the just what happens in spring in Canadian weather. Sometimes rain, sometimes snow. There's been a little bit of that. The ever-changing conditions in this match. As in comes Harvey, the young Rose. He's from Sherbrooke, Quebec. Today, of course, also marks summer solstice, so this sunshine right on time for yet another corner kick. 6th of the match for the Roses. The crowd behind Minas here in the 85th minute. Will this break the deadlock? Not quite. Officials just having a word with Williams and Bennett. From Minas, headed out. Calgary good with its clearances on those set pieces. Robertson doing all she can, goes down. No call. Harvey able to save it, send it into the penalty area. Romero looking to settle it down. It has been dangerous for this Wild team right now. A team desperate for a win, but the home side pressing, getting good looks. Getting the shot volume as well. Total shots 17-8, but only 3 on target for both sides. We've seen it time and time again in the NSL. Doesn't matter if you haven't had majority of the possession in this match. All it takes is one shot, one chance. As in comes Romero, fresh off the bench, forcing Karpenko to make a massive save. Watch how quickly Calgary strikes. Williams finds Romero. You have to think that's exactly why Calgary made the substitution, brought Romero in for Maya Jones here. Looking to spark something. So make it 4 shots on target of 9 total for Calgary, but 4 of 19 for Montreal. If the score holds, the Roses will certainly look at this match for where they could have capitalized. It is always a tough test. They certainly don't take any opponent lightly, especially a hungry Calgary team. Stewart to Stewart, surrounded by Roses jerseys. Storty able to get the pass off before Thibault. Out at the Montreal end line. So a Calgary team that has struggled to possess the ball, finding some opportunities here late in the match. And as we approach stoppage time here through two halves, we'll see a minimum of 7 minutes, and that of course due to the injury to Carly Johnson, who is not in the match right now. She opened scoring in the 10th minute, and then in the second half went down. Had to be helped by trainers. Left the field in a sling, a left arm sling. Maggie Doherty Howard substituted off as well shortly, or rather at the same time. Looking to come away with 3 points, but even a tie right now for this Calgary team. Whitaker has been non-stop since the start of this match. Bennett draws plenty of attention. Savitsky, Tilly James, Moore. Now Romero, who had the last shot on target between either side. Putting it into open space. In comes Lucy Capadona. Just a great crowd inside Stade Boreal, and this drumming, beautiful drumming throughout the entire match today. As the sun comes out, summer solstice, Father's Day, National Indigenous Peoples Day. So much to celebrate here, closing out week 9 in the NSL. So now we enter added time here. As mentioned earlier, a minimum of 7 minutes. So plenty of time as both teams really found that extra gear. For Calgary especially, this could be a chance. It was Maya Jones in stoppage time, week 4, able to make it 2-2, end in a draw, but here it could be the difference between coming away with that first win of the season. Capadona back to Karpenko. Megan Souvet, who's such a calming presence, a great leader for her team. She's 3rd in NSL tackles as well. A disruptor. We have a foul there. Temperature has increased 4 degrees Celsius from the start of the match. 40 minutes delayed due to thunderstorms. Now to this stoppage time. Storty trying to push here for the Wild. Thibault thought you could save it along the far touchline. Montreal looking to use its home field advantage. They lost by a goal to Vancouver last time they were at Stade Boreal. It was a 1-1 draw against Toronto last week in Toronto, and now here they will be 4 straight matches. Harvey to Seto. Quick work by Moore to get there ahead of Bennett. 1v1 and Valerie Seto goes down, and then so does Stordy. Grace Stordy, incredibly well conditioned. She blends that defensive reliability with attacking prowess. And it has been a physical matchup. Jerem stays with it. Telly James. And Michaela Moore just trying to offer some advice as we enter the 5th minute of this added time. And could this finally be the corner kick that leads to a goal? There's been plenty in this match, none successful. Minas to deliver. A great header from Bennett, but an easy read for Caitlin Talbert. Both keepers now facing 4 shots on target each. Whitaker settles it down at the side of the box. Another corner here for Montreal. A team that has been well in control of the ball in this match. 8th corner for the Roses alone. Off the right foot of Chloe Minas. And would that be good enough? Not quite. Lucy Capadona can't believe it. She's able to get the shot off. Watch in under heavy traffic, crowded. Number 2 finds the ball, but it's just wide. They have battled both sides. And while the score is 1-1, possession has been far from even in this match. Montreal has had the upper hand steady throughout this meeting. Just over 61% at this time. Total shots 19-9 in favor of Montreal. But those shots on target, including each one of those goals, well, there's only been 4 aside. Harvey was on the chase for the Roses. And there it is, full time, and a 1-1 draw for Montreal and Calgary. Second point picked up by the Wild this season. A battle through to the end for Calgary. It's their second draw. Apologies for Montreal. It's also their third draw, rather, as they stay in second place now with 15 points in the table. Grace Storty, an incredible competitor out there in a game that was physical, fast. But 1-1 the final, and that also means that all 3 matches in Week 9 ended with this final score. Halifax, Vancouver, Toronto, Ottawa, and this Calgary and Montreal. We'll take a look at where it all started. First half, in the 10th minute, Doherty Howard finds Maya Jones, who's been tremendous against this team, but she feeds Kylie Johnson. First NSL assist for Jones and first goal of the season for Johnson, who unfortunately had to leave the match with a significant upper arm injury. Evelyn Badu for Montreal gets the equalizer and what would be the final goal of the match in the 29th minute. Her first in the NSL. Watch this celebration, leaping into the arms of assistant coach Maurice Bard Martel. So let's take a look at the next matches coming up. Montreal back in action. Not a lot of time Thursday, but they are at home hosting Ottawa. Then Calgary host the Halifax Tides, a rematch of their 2-0 loss from last week. And then Vancouver and Toronto, they get at it Sunday, a week from today, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. And that will do for what was a wild weather day in Laval. Started with thunderstorms delaying this match by 40 minutes. But hey, the fans stayed, found a way, and so did these two teams, each scoring 1 goal in this draw, their second draw in 3 matches this season. So much more NSL on the horizon. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Daniela Ponticelli, and this is NSL Soccer, presented by BMO, the official bank of the Northern Super League. We wish you a great Sunday.